Imagine stepping into a dimly lit elevator in a historic hotel. The doors close, but something feels off. You press the buttons, yet nothing happens. Then you start behaving erratically, hiding in corners, gesturing wildly as if speaking to an invisible presence. This isn't a scene from a horror movie. It's real footage from 2013, capturing the last known moments of Elisa Lam. What happened to her? And why does this video still haunt millions? Welcome to the strange case that shocked the world. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver, British Columbia, born to immigrant parents from Hong Kong. She was studying at the University of British Columbia. Elisa was known for her bright personality, her love of writing, and her adventurous spirit. She maintained a blog where she shared her thoughts on life, fashion, and her struggles with mental health. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, conditions she managed with medication. In January 2013, Elisa embarked on a solo trip to California. She called it her West Coast tour. Her plan was to visit several cities, including Los Angeles. She chose to stay at the Cecil Hotel in downtown L.A., a budget option popular among backpackers and tourists. But the Cecil wasn't just any hotel. Built in 1924, it was once a glamorous spot for the elite. By the 2010s, though, it had fallen into disrepair. The hotel had a notorious reputation, linked to numerous deaths, suicides, and even infamous residents like serial killers Richard Ramirez and Jack Unterweger in the past. The Cecil's dark history included over a dozen suicides, murders, and unexplained incidents. It was located in Skid Row, an area plagued by poverty and crime. Despite efforts to rebrand parts of it as Stay on Main for younger travelers, the hotel's eerie past lingered. Elisa checked in on January 26, 2013. Unaware that her stay would become part of its infamous legacy, Elisa's trip started smoothly. She kept in touch with her family daily via phone calls. On January 31st, she spoke to her parents for the last time. She sounded excited, sharing stories of her adventures. But after that, silence. Her family grew worried when she missed her scheduled check-ins. On February 1st, they contacted the Los Angeles Police Department to report her missing. The LAPD launched a search. They reviewed hotel records and spoke to staff. Elisa had been moved from a shared hostel room to a private one after complaints from roommates about her odd behavior. What that behavior entailed wasn't specified, but it hinted at something unusual. Flyers with her photo were distributed around the city. The police also released a crucial piece of evidence to the public: surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator. The video, dated February 1st, 2013, the day she was last seen, showed Elisa entering the elevator on the 14th floor. She presses multiple buttons, but the doors don't close. She steps in and out, peeking around the corners as if avoiding someone. At one point, she hides in the corner, then emerges, waving her arms in strange, fluid motions. She appears to be talking or gesturing to an unseen person outside the elevator. The doors remain open for an unusually long time. Finally, Elisa exits, and the doors close. The footage lasts about 4 minutes and ends without resolution. The video went viral online. Amateur sleuths dissected every frame. Some noted the elevator's malfunction. Why didn't it move? Others pointed to Elisa's movements, which seemed playful at times, frantic at others. The public response was massive, fueling forums and social media discussions. As the search continued, hotel guests began complaining. Starting around February 14th, reports came in about low water pressure in the showers and taps. The water had a strange, sweet taste and a dark color. Maintenance worker Santiago Lopez was sent to investigate. He checked the rooftop water tanks for massive 1,000-gallon cisterns that supplied the hotel's water. To access them, Lopez climbed a ladder to the roof, then another to the tank platform. One tank's lid was ajar. Peering inside, he made a horrifying discovery: a body floating in the water. It was Elisa Lam. She was naked, her clothes floating nearby. The tank was nearly full, with about 3/4 water. Authorities were called immediately. The autopsy revealed key details. Elisa had been in the tank for about 19 days, based on the decomposition. There were no signs of physical trauma, no broken bones, no defensive wounds. Toxicology reports showed no alcohol or common drugs in her system, only traces of her prescribed medications for bipolar disorder. However, the level suggested she hadn't been taking them consistently. The coroner ruled her death accidental, attributing it to drowning. They cited her bipolar disorder as a contributing factor. Without medication, she might have experienced a manic episode, leading to erratic behavior. This could explain the elevator footage. Perhaps she was in a state of paranoia or hallucination. How did she end up in the tank? The roof access door was equipped with an alarm, but it wasn't triggered. Hotel staff said the door was usually locked, but guests sometimes propped it open. The tanks themselves were 10 feet tall, with lids that were heavy but not locked. To climb in, one would need to scale a ladder or platform. Elisa was 5 feet 4 inches and weighed about 120 pounds. It was physically possible, but puzzling. No fingerprints or DNA evidence pointed to foul play. The elevator video showed no one else nearby. Hotel security cameras didn't capture the roof. Water samples confirmed contamination, explaining the guest complaints. The Cecil's history added layers. It had seen 16 deaths since the 1960s, including suicides from the roof. In 1962, a woman jumped to her death, landing on a pedestrian below. The hotel's proximity to Skid Row meant transients often wandered in, but none of this directly linked to Elisa. Major theories or speculations despite the official ruling. Theories abound. Remember, these are speculations from online discussions and documentaries. None proven. One popular theory involves foul play. Some believe the elevator footage was edited. Web sleuths claim the timestamp jumped, suggesting tampering. According to sources, this was due to the video being slowed down for clarity by police. Others point to the open tank lid. Did someone help her in? A theory ties it to the hotel's dark past, suggesting a killer familiar with the building. Another speculation links to the supernatural. The Cecil's haunted reputation fuels ghost stories. Some say Elisa was possessed or influenced by spirits. Her gestures in the video resemble the elevator game, a Korean urban legend where pressing buttons in sequence summons otherworldly entities. But this is just coincidence, according to experts. A medical theory focuses on her bipolar disorder. During mania, individuals can experience psychosis, including hallucinations. Perhaps she wandered to the roof seeking refuge, climbed into the tank thinking it was safe, and couldn't get out. Supporters note her blog posts about mental health struggles. Conspiracy theories go further. Some connect it to tuberculosis outbreaks in Skid Row around that time. The test for TB is called Elisa, eerily similar to her name. According to sources, this is pure coincidence, with no evidence of involvement. Lastly, a theory from a Netflix documentary, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, suggests accidental misadventure. Director Joe Berlinger explored how the hotel's layout and Elisa's state of mind could lead to tragedy without outside interference. The case is closed. In June 2013, the coroner finalized the accidental drowning ruling. Elisa's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the hotel, claiming negligence in security. It was settled out of court in 2015. The Cecil Hotel closed for renovations in 2017 and reopened as affordable housing in 2021, shedding its notorious image. No new evidence has emerged. The elevator footage remains public, analyzed endlessly. Elisa's blog, Nouvelle/Nouveau, is archived online, offering glimpses into her life as the elevator doors finally close in that grainy footage. Questions linger. Was it a tragic accident, fueled by inner demons? Or does something darker lurk in the shadows of the Cecil? Elisa Lam's story reminds us how fragile life can be, especially when traveling alone in unfamiliar places. In a world of viral mysteries, her case endures, not for the horror, but for the humanity lost too soon. What hidden truths might still surface? Only time will tell. What do you think happened to Elisa Lam? Was it an accident or something more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more intriguing documentaries. Thanks for watching.